friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy fucking Tuesday, y'all. Let's see what the freaking vibes are today. Hey. It's been a while, but here we are. Let me go to Facebook and get them right. Hey, AG. Hey, Fancy Pansies. Good morning. Hey. Come on in. I don't know where I get all this energy from because I had a horrible night of sleep last night. I mean, it was just terrible. But I still felt good this morning, you know? But I pray for better sleep tonight. Come on in, y'all. Y'all see the topic. Let's see what's playing next. AG is up early, already rode his bike, already been outside for a walk. You trying to make me look bad, AG. You trying to make me look bad, all right? Motherfuckers are up early doing shit early in the morning. Good morning, Johnny Hill. Okay? Meanwhile, I haven't left my house yet. What? That's that extra energy from the long weekend? That's what y'all saying? Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Come on in, y'all. I want to hear all about the weekend. What the fuck happened on the weekend? Hey, Georgie, what y'all did? Anything exciting? Any good news to share? Any bad news to share? Let's share it. You said next time, Johnny, I got you. You like that shit? Or do I look go-go-ish? That's what you're saying? I look go-go-ish? I hear that. Come on in. You know, some shit I can't really talk about on here because, let me stop this music real quick. I got to take my jacket off. Well, let me see what the fuck is playing next. Maybe we'll slow it down. See, I knew it. I knew it was going to slow shit down, but we need to slow shit down because I'm starting to sweat. You know, as people are gathering, I just want to say that I've been having the toughest time sleeping. These hot flashes. It's the fucking summer. This is my hey, Mindful Zones. Oh my God, one of my favorite motivational people that I follow, Mindful Zones. I love the inspirational posts you post, honestly. Mindful Zones on IG. Some of those shits be like, oh my God, you talking to me? You talking to me? Keep it up, Mindful Zones. I follow your shit. Okay? Thank you, Cheryl Lee. You like this new color? You know, I'm being adventurous, going with my mood. I've been in a cheery mood lately. You know, even though I've been in a cheery mood, y'all, doesn't mean that everything has been perfect. Mm-mm. Right? It just means that I'm learning to navigate through this thing we call life and smile at the same time. But my smile is a little bit different now, if y'all know what I'm saying. See, before I used to smile and hide behind the smile as my anxieties was taking complete control of my life behind the scenes. And people didn't notice. They just said, oh, she's always smiling. She's always happy. She's always joyous. But behind that, I was afraid. I was hurting. I didn't know what the next day was going to bring. I was always on pins and needles, but I smiled. But today, y'all, my smile don't feel like that smile. I still got some humps and bumps in the road along the way in this healing journey, but my smile feels different. And I want to say I thank you guys on Coffee with Friends for contributing to that, right? You show up here every day and you don't know how much this helps me get through some of these topics, right? Some of these topics are directly related to my life. Some of them are contributed, right? Some of them is just because we never know, but I appreciate y'all. All right. Hey, come on in. Hey, get ready to tell me what y'all did for the weekend, all right? Hey, Glamour 47. Hey, So Blessed 2021. All right, that's enough music for us, all right? We had 6 minutes of some intro. Come on in, y'all. So we had a really long weekend, right? It don't feel so long. We back to work today, right? I mean, the whole weekend. By Saturday night, I was like, oh my God, it's almost over. The fuck is wrong with me? By Saturday night, I was like, oh my God. Okay. It's almost over. I had to remind myself, just enjoy the time. Stop worrying about the end of your days off and just enjoy the time. And so I had to keep telling myself that. And so I had a great long weekend. Good morning, One Reliable Sin. What the fuck did y'all do for the weekend? Start telling me what y'all did for the weekend so we can share. Sharing is caring. I'll start out with what I did for this particular weekend. Um, oh, what the fuck did I do? You know, I mean, I I I, I, I had a little romance. That happened. That happened this weekend. A little romance, right? Nothing wrong with some romance. Put a little smile on your face. All right. And then I hung out with my good friend AG, right? You know, AG's house. Thank you, Glamour 47. You said thank you, So Blessed. Y'all loving this here? Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Veronica Madison Beauty. Um, Johnny Hill said, that's like being on vacation. Just enjoy and not think about when it's going to end. Thank you, Johnny. It's just like that. Hey, Kev, SD. It's just like that. AG's house is one of those places that I just get the fuck up and go. He don't be inviting me half the time, right? I just get up there and go because it's right around the corner. And I go there and drink up his bar and do whatever I want. Lay up on his couch, sleep when I want. Do whatever, right? And then I leave and he cusses me out because I leave and the kitchen be a mess. Every now and again, I'll pitch in and I'll clean the kitchen. Not clean the kitchen, I'm lying. I'll wash a couple of dishes every now and again. But other than that, I be out and he be like, I was up cleaning the kitchen. I love it though. And Sunday, I went back over there. We had brunch. AG cooked, I posted it, y'all, waffles and fried chicken. Listen, this man don't make waffles and pancakes from the box. Come to my house, you getting Aunt your fucking Jemima. I'm just being serious. You come to my house, hey protagonist, you come to my house, you are getting Aunt Jemima or whatever the fuck they call it now. Okay, it's gonna be in a box. This motherfucker pulls out flour and shit. It made waffles. Mm. Hey, Uhu, they were delicious. And the chicken, he ate my last 2 pieces of chicken. I'm holding that against him, but it was good. Okay. And then that was Sunday for brunch. And then Sunday night, evening, woo, he cooked turkey wings, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, yams. What the fuck am I missing? Rice. What am I missing? The collard greens had the smoked meat in it. I felt like it was Thanksgiving. I was like, whoa, people are doing barbecues, right? But we ain't had a barbecue to go to. We didn't get the barbecue, we didn't get no barbecues. So we had Thanksgiving dinner. It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good. Hey, Mimi R. Good morning. All right. Protagonist said, no more holidays for you. My Monday started off. Basically, I'm happy y'all are back. I know I took Monday to fuck off. Because I'm like, you know what? I show up the fuck here for free. The fuck. So sometime I be needing a break. You know what I mean? And I took the break because I said, you know what? I'm off of work. So I'm going to be off of coffee with friends too and just take a complete mental break. Y'all don't know how good it is to lay in the bed and not know you don't have to get the fuck up early in the morning. Even when I don't work and I do coffee with friends, I have to get up 6:30, start getting my mind right, think about what the fuck I'm going to talk about, get my coffee going. I didn't want to do that on Monday. But good morning. Anybody else have any exciting weekend activities? Yesterday, I didn't do shit. Well, I'm lying. Yesterday, what did I do? I repotted my plants. I repotted some plants because I have an aloe vera plant that is massive, and she is. I got her when she was little, and she is massive now, and so I had to move her for the. This is my third time moving her into a larger pot. So I did that this weekend, repotted a couple of my plants, cleaned up, did my laundry, shit like that I normally do on Sunday. I did yesterday. I'm trying to finish my series, The Last Kingdom, on Netflix. That was my weekend. Anybody else want to tell me what the fuck they did for the weekend? Hey, Antoine. Good morning. Uhu said my barbecue was sleep and working. Oh, you worked on the weekend? Sorry to hear that, Uhu. Anybody else want to share their weekend plans? Well, Veronica Madison, I be watching your shit. She said, great holiday, weekend full of shenanigans. Get your coffee or your fucking tea or your weed or whatever the fuck you doing this morning. Come the fuck on in. Y'all see the topic, right? This is an interesting topic, y'all. This is an interesting topic for many reasons because I've recently asked two people questions about love. Sometimes when I have these topics on here, I go out and I do, you know how people do focus groups? I don't do focus groups. I kind of just bounce the topic off of certain people and ask them to express how they feel about the specific topic. And I have these sidebar conversations sometimes before I come and I bring it to the show. Antoine said he had grilled meat. Oh, he grilled meat and fell asleep in the recliner yesterday. Well, that's what the fuck days off are for. That's what the days off are for. Ooh said, watch on Netflix. You should watch Feed Phil. It's hilarious. Oh God. It sound like something crazy. Ooh, and you recommended it. I'ma watch it though. I gotta remember Feed Phil on Netflix. Okay. Georgie said, made a crash pad for my pole. I saw that. Motherfucker. You were gluing shit together this weekend, Georgie, and twerking at the same time. Got too drunk Sunday and slept all day yesterday, then spent last night going around with my man to drop off contracts to see his business today. Okay. Love it. You got drunk. Mm. Anybody else got drunk and got hung the fuck over? I mean, I got a little bit tipsy on Friday night. Was it Friday night or Saturday night? One of them bitches, I woke up the next day and I was still fucked up. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, it must have been Saturday night to Sunday because I believe that's because AG made these drinks in this big pitcher and we kept pouring them in the glass. I don't know what the fuck it was, but he tried to kill me. That's all I know. All right. Anybody else got some weekend shit that they want to talk about? Because today's topic is, I'll still read the weekend shit, but I'm going to go right into today's topic, right? Today's topic is very interesting to me because I've spoken to two people recently about this particular topic, right? Never been in love. Has anybody on here Can anybody on here say that they have never experienced being in love? Okay? Or being in love and being hurt. Now I know many of you on here has been in love and been hurt, right? But my question here to you today is, would you prefer to have never been in love at this point in your life or have been in love and been hurt? Right? And the reason why I asked that is because, I was having this conversation with a friend of mine or two. Like I said, you don't need to know who they are. One person said that they never been in love. One person said they never been in love. They don't know what love feels like. They actually sat and said to me, they never had any experience with being in love. They are in their 40s. Okay? Because Antoine said everybody will fall in love at least once, and being in love and hurt is a learning experience that sets you up for greatness. Love that, Antoine, because I had some follow-up questions that I'm going to come through with. I love that. Thank you for that injection. Anybody got anything to add to what Antoine said? He said everybody will fall in love at least once, and being in love and hurt is a learning experience that sets you up for greatness. But I met someone or two. One said they never been in love. The other one, I posed the question to them this way. Have you ever been in love or had heartbreak where you were throwing up, you were sick, you were crying, snot was coming out your nose? You know that kind of hurt when you just sad. You can't think, you can't eat. I had a girlfriend who couldn't even swallow water when her heart was broke. She lost like 30 pounds. She was so skinny going through that heartbreak. She couldn't eat. She couldn't drink. We sat across the table from her and she was like, I can't even fucking drink this water. And that second person that I asked this, you know what they said to me? They never had that. They never had a breakup where they cried, where they felt sick, where they missed the person like extremely, like where it bothered them and they couldn't rest. And they're in their 50s. How many people walking around that are not sure if they've ever been in love? Hey, Theo. And then I got follow-up questions. Cheryl Lee said, my daughter took me to a restaurant, weekend shenanigans. My daughter took me to a restaurant here in Houston called Gracie's. Atmosphere was wonderful. Food was good. Service was great. And loved their frozen mimosas. Frozen mimosas. Got to try that. Hey, Soulful BBW. I got to try that. Okay. Spent Monday by the pool with my gran. Where you live, Cheryl? You said spent Monday by the pool. Where the fuck do you live? Because I'm visiting everybody on here that live in Jersey that got a pool. Raise their motherfucking hands because Raw 2D Bone is visiting them. Right? That is the one thing, I'm in a building, a boutique building that does not have a pool. This is one of the buildings that I moved into after being in buildings with pools for so many years. I miss it. Who on here got a pool that live in New Jersey that want to call me up to come over with my bathing suit? I promise I won't wear a thong bathing suit. I promise I will be good. I won't come over there showing out, but I will be taking photos and doing my slow walk. Who gonna invite me to the motherfucking pool? I got my sunglasses, my towel holders. Come the fuck on, y'all. I'll bring my own drink. Damn it. Okay. Mimi said, there was a time that I thought I was in love. Relationships didn't end well, but it did set me up for the relationship I'm in now. Learn lessons, no regrets. So, two people on here said past relationships, being in love or thoughts of being in love has given them learned lessons, right? And as Antoine phrased it, sets you up for greatness. As Mimi phrased it, is learn lessons, right? It gives you what you need to be successful, we hope, for the next relationship. But if you've never been in love, how do you navigate that? I'm asking. I know. Listen, Antoine, it don't take me much. It don't take me much, all right? The fuck? Uhu said, being in love and getting hurt makes you stronger. It do, but it's a fucked up feeling. It does, though. Makes you stronger. Never been in love. You're missing out on either them loving you back or heartbreak. What do you tell someone that says they've never been in love? What is your advice to that person? Okay. Protagonist said, my weekend, and be gentle, y'all, because you never know if these people are listening. Some of these topics are real for people. Okay. Some of these topics are people's real issues. Be gentle because you don't know what people are getting from here. Right. The other day in our conversation about the Johnsons, Trini Gile mentioned, what are we learning? S- Two people on here might not learn anything. The other five might learn, right? Be gentle. Every topic is not for everybody, right? But be gentle. All right. So, um, protagonist said, my weekend was so regular, just work. As far as love, I'm glad I got hurt twice because it molded my outlook on love moving forward. I learned to date in my intelligence bracket. So not necessarily for love, just intelligence. Okay. Antoine said, that's crazy. Maybe the person hasn't been shown the proper love as a child and doesn't know what love looks like. Hey, Letitia's voice. Good morning. Antoine said, maybe the person doesn't know love, doesn't know what love looks like. What advice would you give a person that said they have never been in love? How can that person navigate through life at this point? I mean, we all been in a situation where we never been in love, but to hear someone in their 40s say they've never been in love, right? And they're in the dating scene. And they said, when they were having this conversation to me, I said, oh my God, right? I said, I asked myself the question, what would I have preferred? Because I have been in love and my heart has been broken. What I've also learned about being in love is that what I thought was love wasn't always love. And so when I asked this question about have you ever been in love, I had to sit down and ask myself, what was my first true love experience, right? Romantically. And I had to think about that, right? And I said, did I really love my first husband? Like in love? I mean, I cried a little bit when he left, but when I think back, was it love? I don't think so, right? Then when I was with my fiance for 20 plus years, I didn't know if that was love until after, right? Until after the fact. Then I said, damn, that was love. Because that's the motherfucker I took. I cut you over, right? And that shit hurt. I spent plenty of days snot nose crying, drinking wine, a whole bottle in my own misery, right? Thought I was never going to get out of that pain, begged to be saved from that pain, right? Thought it was the worst experience in the world, but come to find out, being in love and having heartbreak is a learned experience. What happens when you don't have that experience? Johnny Hill says, I don't know about setting up for greatness statement because that being in love and being hurt ish ain't for me, ain't for the faint of heart. That ish is for the birds. I just fucking said. When you in it don't feel good. You can't. I don't know about y'all, but baby, I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. My stomach hurt. I had the shits. I was throwing the fuck up. I cried like a little infant. Okay? And I couldn't stop myself. And I begged for the pain to stop, right? It's the worst when you're going through it, but it is a life experience that everyone should have at a certain point. Or do you say no? Do you feel everyone needs to experience heartbreak? Question. Question. Mimi said, what's being in love though? I guess that could be a different answer for everybody. Anybody want to answer that? What's being in love? What do you think being in love is? And I'm sure, that's going to be different for a different answer is going to come from everybody. I asked this question over the weekend and it was funny, right? That the response that I got, I don't know. Is AG on here? You want to give them the response you gave me when I asked you what is being in love? How do you know you're in love? You gave me a great response this weekend. You did. See, I bounced my topics off. Hey, Tammy. Hey, the General. Good morning. The General said the weekend was good times and lifting up my daughter and covering her. Yes. Love it. And paid off student loan debt in full. Hey. That's a celebration. All right. Theo said, falling in love and having your heart broken is a part of your growth journey. It taught me a lot about myself. It also taught me how to love myself first and better. So if you've never been in love, Theo, then what? So we got brothers and sisters that need help with this. Okay? If you've never been in love, and we're saying that being in love and being hurt is a learned lesson, then what about those that are navigating through life that are admitting that they've never been in love? We're still waiting for the answer of what is being in love though. That's the question from Mimi. Mimi R said, I tell the person to make sure that they're being loved in their language. True. That's a good one, right? Protagonist says the lack of experience will cause a conflict. For example, I never really went on a date or have social life. So girls really say, how are you 35 and don't know these things? And that makes me shut down. Okay. Wow. How are you 35 and don't know these things? That's harsh, right? That's really harsh. Protagonist also said, being in love to me means wanting your significant other to enjoy the same peace we want for ourselves. All right, there go one answer of being in love. Hey, boo-boo-licious. Good morning. Okay, 100 to all of this. Uhu said, I had a lot of unrequited love. I need you to elaborate. What does that mean, Uhu? Because we probably all had some of that. What does that mean, Uhu, right? Because I had to really think about this. I mean, I've been hurt. But what I did realize is that I love many people, but being in love is a whole different thing. I love and care about people. That's just me nature-wise, right? I try to be loving. I try to be caring to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect, right? But being in love is different. And I realized when I thought about this question and I thought about this topic, I said to myself, you wasn't in love with all the motherfuckers you said I love you to, right? It wasn't until I was hurt that I really realized what love was for me. Okay. Antoine said, open up to love. Life is about taking chances and risk. If you don't like the outcome, the lessons will keep you level-headed. So put your feet in, you're saying. Don't just dip your fucking toe in. You saying put both feet in and just go for the experience. I love it. Okay? I love it. Mimi said at Protagonist, tell them you've never experienced these things. Can you teach me? Great advice. Great advice. The right person, Protagonist, will understand that. The right person for you will not cause you to shut down when you tell them that you don't know these things, right? Let them know. You don't know. Teach me. Hey, Coach Donovan. Right. Uhu said, I love them, but they weren't in love with me. Now that shit is scary. Falling in love with someone who's not in love with you. That fucking shit would fuck me up. See, that is this. See, that's one of the things that I'm nervous about in my old ass age right now, 55, because when I left my last relationship, I was like, fuck this shit. Niggas almost made me quit. Y'all know where that phrase comes from. Wondering if I hate you. Fuck you. That song. Okay? Niggas almost made me quit. The fuck? But I walk around right now to this day and I be like, oh my God. I don't want to experience meeting someone that I really, really start to like and I fall in love with that person and they don't love me back. Now, what the fuck do you do with that? What the fuck do you do with that? And how do you know? At what point do you even know whether y'all are on the same page or not? Do y'all sit down and have this conversation? I love you. Do you love me back? Do you do that? Hey, Doc Holiday. Hey, Booth Busters. Who said, I was in love with the idea of being in love. Once the person fucks up in any kind of way, I look at you differently. I love that. I love that. I love that. I don't know, Antoine. I stay that way. I'm sorry. I stay that way. Cheryl Lee said, in my opinion, love doesn't have to be perfect at all, right? It just has to be honest. No expectations is freedom, and expectations can be a set for pain. What do you mean by no expectations is freedom and expectations can be set for pain? I need more on that because that's a good injection. I need a little bit more. I'm putting the guest link up there in case anybody wants to jump on and explain their position. But I need more on that, Cheryl. No expectations is freedom. Expectations can be set up for pain. All right. Okay. One, I'm asking you guys, what would you prefer? Never being in love or being in love? Prefer, give me the thumbs up. Not prefer, give me the thumbs down. All right. The other question I have is, if you never been in love, how would you know what love is? How does that person understand what love is? For me, there was a time that none of us were in love, right? Until we were in love, right? And AG, let me see if AG, no, he didn't respond. So I'm just going to tell you what he said. AG said to me the other day when I talked about this topic, he said, when you find yourself wanting to talk to the person all the time, when you want to be around the person all the time, right? When you think about the person all the time, when you keep going back and you keep rereading those fucking text messages over and over and over again, when you feel shy around the person, things that you might be embarrassed about, so you feel a little shy. You act like a little girl, or maybe he's a little off when he's around you. Little indications of that love coming in. That's what AG kind of described it as. I was like, how the fuck do you know? And he was like, yeah, when you can't stay away from each other, looking at the phone every 5 minutes, waiting for the motherfucker to call. Okay. Yes, you shy, you got bubble guts, excited to see them, always want to see them. Okay. That's a sign that there's love. How many of you motherfuckers are dating right now and can go without seeing your man for like a week or 2 or 3? Like I hear motherfuckers be like, I ain't seen my man in 3 weeks. I be like, what? What? What the fuck is that? That sound like a booty call. If you my man and I really like you, 3 weeks is a long ass time. Okay, Antoine said AG is on point. Okay. Okay. Oh, you have an awesome day too, and good luck with PT. Booth Busters. Antoine said, If they are in love with you, it'll show, because I think the proper vibe will be there. Like what? Break it down. We need details, Antoine, because we have people that are members of Coffee with Friends that never been in love. Right? So when you say if they are in love with you, it'll show. How? You said because I think the proper vibe will be there. What does that mean? What does that mean? Johnny said, I tell that person avoid that ish at all costs. As soon as you see love in there, run the other way. For real though, loving someone and being dedicated are two different things. You got to protect your heart and be choosy on who you give your heart to. Oh, Johnny. Johnny, you dropping a little bit. You dropping some shit. Okay. You said tell them to stay away from it, but sometimes you can't stay away from it, Johnny. Love sometimes happens organically. It catches you off guard. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't plan for it all the time, but then it happens. Right? Anybody on here ever fell in love with somebody unexpected? You didn't know that you were going to fall in love with them, but you did. It happens. How do you control that? But the key thing that you said here in this paragraph that I need more on is being dedicated and for real though, loving someone and being dedicated are two different things. What are the differences there, Johnny? Being dedicated and loving someone are two different things. I need to hear what the two different things are, because I think I like that dedicated shit. Maybe I want somebody to be dedicated to me instead of so much in love with me. I need you to break that down from a male's perspective. Let me know what you mean by dedication versus love. Okay. Hey, Tasting Queens. Hey, DJ Teddy Polo. Good morning. Theo got another question. Theo got another question. Put y'all answer hats on, y'all. Cause just because I'm the talking head on here don't mean I have the answers. I'm coming to fuck here for answers too. Shit. I need answers too. Theo said, how do you know it's love versus infatuation? Great fucking question. Theo, you the freaking life coach on here. Help a sisters out and the brothers out. How do you know it's love versus infatuation? How do you know? How do you know? I need somebody to answer that because I don't know the answer to that. I think I was infatuated a couple of times. Okay. Maybe that dedication word has a lot to do with how do you know it's love versus infatuation? I don't know. Johnny and Theo, y'all are kind of, feeding off each other here. Because to me, infatuation would mean that there's no, real level of dedication there, right? When things get really bad and stinky, right? That person that thought they loved you, they might leave on some ugly shit that starts to happen, right? But somebody that's dedicated, they not going to run on the first sign of trouble. That's my opinion. Who else want to fucking answer? What is love versus infatuation? How do you know you're in love versus infatuated? Let's hear. Protagonist said, once my girl don't text me every few minutes, she ain't for me. Wait a minute. Protagonist. I'm going to need you to chill. You said once your girl doesn't text you, oh my God, I'm dead. Once your girl doesn't text you every few minutes, get our protagonist, please, y'all. Protagonist said, I ain't think I was going to fall in love with my baby mama. It happens. Right. That was a question I asked. Y'all ever fell in love with somebody unexpected that you were like, oh, I'm just, next minute you know you love the motherfuckers? Antoine said, if you ain't seen him and her in 3 weeks, you in the friend zone. Antoine, please let these motherfuckers know. Cause I thought I was crazy. I said, okay, they got me like some fucking stalker bitch or some shit. Because I'm like, if I don't see my man in 3 weeks, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'ma be honest. The week better not go the fuck by unless he on vacation or some shit. And even when he on vacation, I better get a phone call or some shit. Phones work everywhere. I don't give a fuck where you at. You in Africa for 2 weeks? Call me. A week can't go by. Days can't go by. Now, I don't need to see you every single day. I might want to, right? You don't need to call me all day long. But can you check on me every day? The fuck? If you my man. I don't understand people that be like, I ain't seen my man for 2 weeks. I'll be like, huh? Unless he live out of state. And you better be seeing his ass on FaceTime beating his meat or some shit. The fuck? I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, Tasting Queen says just happened. So you just happened to fall in love? That's what you mean? It just happened. How did you know? How did you know that it happened? What was the feeling? For some of y'all that just joined, again, we have some Coffee with Friends members that never been in love. Right? So this topic, they might be listening now, they might listen later, but let's be gentle. Let's help those that have not experienced this. Okay? Oh, said, I think there isn't any real answer for falling in love. Okay? Because it could be different for everybody, right? It's just an unknown feeling that you experience. Right. Because I can't really fucking explain it. I just know that the shit happens. Like, I don't sit down and go, oh, I'm going to want to fall in love with you. No, that don't happen. 9 times out of 10, I'll be the bitch like, nah, I'm not trying to fall in love. Then I'll be like, I love you. Damn it. The fuck happened? It catches me off guard every fucking time. I never plan on going, I'm going to love this motherfucker. Next minute, I'll be like, I love him. Oh my God. Okay. Protagonist says, I believe you can tell the difference between love and infatuation. When the going gets tough, when I'm infatuated, I'm only around when it's good. Oh, great answer. Great fucking answer. Okay, I need to read that from the beginning again. I got to read that shit from the beginning because y'all motherfuckers be out here playing love and house and shit. Protagonist, for some motherfucker that they told don't have no fucking experience, he came with it with this response. I believe you could tell the difference between love and infatuation when the going gets tough. When I'm infatuated, I'm only around when it's good. When I love, an argument ain't gonna stop me from making her breakfast and stuff like that. Oh, I got to shave under my arms, y'all. But y'all fucking get it. You see what he said? When I love, an argument ain't gonna stop me from making her breakfast and shit. You know how people get mad in relationships and they don't show up for you because they mad at you? But I thought you loved me, so you mad at me. But so because you mad, you're not gonna show up for me? Like, I've experienced it. That's why I be like, I don't be trusting motherfuckers that say they got me, they love me. Cause I be like, wait, when the shit get hard and you don't like me for a moment, that's when I'ma tell if you love me. That's when I'ma know if you love me. Cause when shit get hard and I get pushed to the side and you don't want to do shit for me because you mad, you got to question this love What the fuck is this? I love that shit. I love that shit. Motherfuckers, pay attention. Love versus infatuation. Are they only around when it's good? Okay? When it's bad, do they still show the fuck up for you? I've experienced that shit. I lived it in my last relationship. Motherfucker, every time he got mad, he ain't show up for me. I had to do everything myself. And that's why I have a hard time trusting people in general. That's why I don't ask a lot of people to do shit for me. Period. Men, friends, family, period. Okay? Because I don't like that temporary shit. You only good when we good. Then when we bad, you bounce on me or you push me to the side. Infatuation versus love. I love it. Okay? I love it. Protagonist said, once a girl don't text or call me for a whole day, I assume I got put in the friend zone. Listen, I don't hear from my man all day. I send the eyeballs out like, what we doing? What we doing? Right? Hey, Hub Legacy. Good morning. Tasting Queen says, I think if it's mostly physical, then it's probably infatuation. How your relationship start? The dick was good, then you fell into a relationship. Great injection. If you are interested in the person's well-being, future, it's not just about them being with you, it's probably love. If you are interested in the person's well-being and future, right? When you with a person, see these are my learn experience. See, when I was with in my last relationship, they didn't give a fuck about my future, right? About the things that I cared about, right? It was only the things they cared about. The things I cared about didn't matter, right? And so I lived my life according to what satisfied them opposed to what satisfied me. Because when I stepped out and started to do things that satisfied me, they get mad, right? He wasn't interested in my future at all. Antoine said, love versus lust is better question. What if they are in love on a sexual level? Great question. Fell in love with the dick and the pussy? Great question. What if, he said love versus lust. What if they are in love on a sexual level? Anybody got an answer for that? Johnny said, I think love can catch you off guard when you're not looking for it. And you ended up like Deborah Cox singing, how did you get the fuck here? Okay. But I haven't let love sneak up on me since the first time since the first time. I chose everyone I fell in love with after that. I ain't giving my heart out. Oh, okay. So Johnny said two things in this response, right? One, you could get that love like a Deborah Cox love. How did you the fuck get here? You're not supposed to be here, right? Or you can choose the person you want to fall in love with. How do you do that, Johnny? How do you choose a person to fall in love with? You just be like, that's the person. I'm going to fall in love with that person. How does that happen? I thought it was an organic thing based on chemistry and all that shit. Hey, mother. Good morning. Hey, future Miss Ciso. Who said infatuation is like thinking someone is cute or whatever, like a famous person you can't have. Being in love, you can't focus, breathe, focus. Yeah, you can't focus, right? Because all you're thinking about is that person. Hey, Ghost 95 Mob. Oh, Tasting Queen said love crept up on her unexpected, baby. I get it. But isn't that the best kind? Because you don't want to plan for it and then get disappointed, like the other person don't love you. What happens when you love somebody and they don't love you back? What do? I say walk away, because that ain't just get your snot nose tears out right now. Go sit on the toilet and make all your bubble gut shit, because walk away from that motherfucker. If he's not in love with you, but you in love with him, go and get your heartbreak on early and move on. Heal, sis or bro. Just go ahead and heal. Johnny Hill said, being in love is that euphoric feeling of being on a high. Once the high is gone, there are some that once pull the rip. Wait. Once the high is gone, there are some that want to pull the ripcord, because being on that high is easy. But once you come down, that's when, oh, I have to go down. Oh, that's when the real work starts. And some people haven't built the muscles to do the work. Oh, okay. I see where you going, Johnny Hill. So, in the beginning, when you all euphoric and shit, and I love you and I love you and I love you and I love you. And when that euphoric kind of level sets out, like maybe after a year or so into your relationship, the real work comes into the relationship. Johnny is saying, you got to build the muscles, right? But he's saying people that haven't built the muscles to do the work, to get through the growing pains of really learning someone and staying to grow, to get to being dedicated. If you do not grow the muscles and do the work, then that love is going to fizzle out. That's when you know it was probably infatuation, right? When the work comes. Because let me tell you something. You do come off that honeymoon stage and then you get into the real meat of the relationship. That's when you find out where motherfuckers truly stand. Okay? Theo said, the question is meant to invoke thought. It's different for everyone, but protagonist, boom. Protagonist, I knew you had a boom coming. I knew you had a boom coming. It's different for everyone, but that shit you said, protagonist, was a good one. Future said, true love is action. It's more than a feeling. Let's talk about those actions, because some people on here never been in love. Future, what are those actions? Right? To me, sorry, y'all. To me, the actions are, they show up for you in ways that others have not, right? They do things for you without you having to ask. They listen to you, the things you want, the things you say you need, the things, you desire, your hopes and your dreams. And when they do stuff that directly relates to the things that you said, it's in the act. Because a lot of motherfuckers could be like, I love you, and don't do shit for you. I've heard it. Motherfuckers love me up and down. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, love you, love you. And I be like, where? How? I don't see it. The fuck? Actions. Protagonist said, oh, wait, let me go up because I missed something reading Johnny's. Georgie said, even if I am mad at my man, I can't go all day without speaking. We might speak in short sentences, but talk to me. Oh, see, I am guilty of, I will fucking ignore you for weeks in my face, right? But that's very toxic. And I don't want that experience again. That's because I had a significant other that communicated very harshly. And so to avoid running to my knife block and doing something fucking crazy, I would just not speak, right? But when you walk around in the same space with someone and you don't speak, that shit is toxic. It is toxic. I don't give a shit what reason you give, why you doing it. When you walk around your house ignoring each other, that shit is toxic. It's not good communication. It's fucked up. I lived through it for a very long time. And so I appreciate and respect those like Georgie or Johnny Hill that says, even when I'm the fuck mad, I'm still scrambling them eggs. I'm still talking. I'm still doing shit for you. See, I've been in situations, motherfuckers be mad at me and they stop doing shit for me all around the block. And I'd be like, oh, even when I'm mad at you, even when I'm disappointed at you, I still fucking show up for you. Get rid of those people. Georgie said, not too much if I really want you to shut the fuck up, but don't go on no all goddamn day not talking. Right? Listen, I have been not speaking and still cook dinner, still wash the motherfuckers' clothes, still do everything. I I don't want to experience that again. I don't. I hate it. I do not like being in a space and not communicating with my significant other. That is the worst shit in the world. That's fucking toxic. To me. Everybody got their shit, but I don't want the shit. Antoine said, that's how marriages last. Gotta be there through the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm almost on year 18. Congratulations, Antoine. Because 18 years ain't shit to sneeze at. Motherfuckers can't stay together 18 days now. Fuck. If you together 18 months, I'm like, when y'all getting married? It's hard out here on the boulevard. I read that. Protagonist says, sex to me is like food, air, water. If we don't be in love with food or in love with oxygen, I don't know if we can be in love with sex. Okay. I hear that shit. Okay. I hear that shit. Uhu said, I'm learning to be in love with myself. Then the rest will follow. Great response. What the fuck does that mean, Uhu? For those that have never been in love, do you do self-reflection on the love you give yourself? Great response. Cheryl Lee said, yes, at Johnny. Wish we had something on the same level for us in DMV. Do you know such a place? Johnny said, me choosing who to give my heart out is allowing my guards to be let down and who I decide to spend my time with. I love it. That's how you choose who you're going to love. Did y'all hear that? He lets his guards down when he chooses the person that he wants to love. Meaning vulnerability, I'm assuming, introduces itself into the relationship at that point. Okay? You start to open up, you're letting them walls down. I love it. I love it. Antoine said, love always, in capital, always is capital, requires action, no way around it. And that's when I knew I had to leave my last relationship because I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And someone here mentioned in love sexually. That's what I thought was happening in my last relationship. It was more a sexually driven thing, I think. Because when the deep shit was needed, they couldn't swim and they didn't want to dive. And I was underwater by myself. I don't want to be there by myself no more. If we not diving together, I'm going to be diving by myself. And when I come to shore, I'm going to still be by myself. The fuck? Future said, I read an article that says there are 4 phrases in a new relationship. And they are 1, the euphoric stage. That's when you like, everything is about you, daddy, mommy. Okay. Number 2, the early attachment stage. The early attachment stage. Well, you want to see each other all the time. You're calling each other all the time. You're hanging out all the time. You can't wait to see each other. Right. Number 3, the crisis stage. Oh, I want to know what the fucking crisis stage is. I need a little bit more. Where is the crisis stage? 4, the deep attachment stage. I'm ready to move the fuck in. I'm ready to move the fuck in. What is the crisis stage? I need to know that. Johnny said, as Cheryl, there is a Gracie's in Bowie and Oxon Hill. That must be in Maryland. The fuck. Protagonist said, both my exes gave me silent treatments. And when I vented to my friends who were girls, I was accused of adultery. Now I keep to myself because I ain't a cheater and I also don't deserve no silent treatment. The silent treatment, y'all, is, I'm going to say this and it's going to trigger some of you. And I don't mean it to be a trigger. I'm just, we have a certified life coach on here, and she can tell me I'm wrong because I'm not a certified life coach, nor am I a therapist. Okay, I'm just navigating through this thing called life and through my own experiences. But when a motherfucker gives you a silence treatment, that's abuse. That's mental abuse, especially when they know it hurts you. Save your fucking selves. Hey, Michelle. Hale. Good morning. Antoine said, you should be a comedian. Those sounds got me over here rolling. Listen, I'm just saying. The fuck. All right. Thank you, Future Me See So. She texted me the link to the article. I will share that on the YouTube video. You sent it to my messenger. I saw it pop up, but I'll grab it and I'll put it in my YouTube or on my Facebook page or wherever if anybody wants to read it. If you're interested in what the article said are the phases of love. Thank you for that, for sharing, Future. I appreciate it. Johnny said, I won't let you not speak to me. Grown folk shit. To my phone. Thank you, boo. I love it. If it's to my phone, I can share that link right now. Thank you, Brandy. I appreciate it. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna share the link here on YouTube. You'll see it on Facebook and YouTube, and I'll share it on IG later on because I can't do that right now. But anyway, y'all, what was I gonna say? I hate the silent treatment in a relationship. Oh wait, I'm going back to Johnny. I won't let you not speak to me. We are going to work this thing out. I'm like, I know you mad, but bring your ass over here and eat this food and watch this movie. Please, baby, God. I want to experience that in my next relationship. Don't let me not speak to you, and I'm not gonna let you not speak to me. Right? Let's pull each other to the motherfucking carpet and be like, what the fuck is the problem? Now, I must admit, sometimes we do need a break. Right? We need to go to our corners and retreat for a few minutes. But to walk around the house not speaking for long periods of time, I've been there. I have been the person to do it. It has been done to me. And I'm saying, Robin A. White, you are wrong. I know I'm wrong. It's not nice. It's not nice when it's done to me. And so I know that I need to do better going forward. Right? I'm not going to sit here and go, I don't fucking want to talk to him. I just don't. No, it's wrong. It's a form of mental abuse when you purposely are ignoring someone and giving them the silent treatment. It fucks with my mental. And so when I do it to somebody else, it's just as wrong. So if you find yourself in a relationship where you constantly falling into these silent treatments for days and weeks and shit, you got some toxic shit going on. Recognize it and fix that shit. Okay. Amazon 46 Triple D said, I hate silent treatment in a relationship. You mad? It's okay, but we ain't going to sleep mad. People do it all the time. And when it happens, over time, it breaks down your relationship over a period of time. Because you know what happened to me? The silent treatments became a norm. I got used to them. So then I didn't need you to speak to me. Right? And then my conversations started with other people, friends, family, things that I should be sharing with my significant other that I didn't. Then I started having things going on in my life that my significant other would be like, what? When did you do that? Why the fuck do you care? We don't speak. But you want this pussy though every now and the fucking again. But you don't want to have a conversation, but you want to fuck. Pay attention to what's going on in your relationship. Antoine said, you got to keep communication open. It's about respect at the end of the day. It is. Okay. Amazon 46 Triple D said, silent treatment has a tendency to push you to somebody else that is open to talking to you about what is affecting you in your relationship. It does. I just said I went to family, I went to friends, right? I started living my life outside of my relationship. And then one day I realized I didn't need the shit. What the fuck I need it for? I don't need it. I don't need it. Right? And so it's 9:05. Today's topic was never been in love or been in love and hurt. What would you prefer? Right? What would you prefer and why? If you never been in love, how would you know what love is? We talked about that euphoric feeling, the feeling of wanting to be around the person all the time, you know, you want to talk to the person all day. Will people be hesitant to date someone? Oh, I didn't get to ask this question, so I'm going to throw it out there right now. If you met someone and they said to you they've never been in love, would you be hesitant to date them? That's a question, right? If you met someone today and they admitted to you that they've never been in love, would you be hesitant to date them? I need an answer on that. All right. Antoine also said, have a great day. Yes, Antoine, have a great day. We're going to be winding down in a few minutes. I just need to know if anybody's going to answer that. If you met someone and they've never been in love, I need this answer. Would you be hesitant to date them? It's a question. Something to think about, y'all. We got people that are up in age that have never experienced love, right? It's nothing to be ashamed about. But these are all questions that they might be asking or they have asked. And I brought it to Coffee with Friends in hopes that you guys can share your perspective. And y'all did. Y'all did. And I appreciate you guys. I often bring topics here and I always say, be gentle because you never know who's being affected by this topic. When we jump on here, sometimes people go, oh my God, we're going to talk about this or we're going to talk about that. They might not be happy, right? But this is a big world, right? And people have different problems. Okay. And every topic might not touch you. You might not learn shit. But if one person walks away from Coffee with Friends and they picked up some information or they've learned something or they've gotten something that they can walk away and reflect on, then Coffee with Friends did their motherfucking job. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Ghost 95 said, I would hesitate to date them because they haven't went through that crazy phase on being in love with someone. What would be your fear, Ghost 95? And I get that because when I had this conversation, I said to myself, if I met a guy and he said he never been in love, I probably wouldn't date him, right? Because that's a lot. That's a lot. What would be the fear there? Okay. Johnny said, but to answer the question to the topic, being in love is a big part of life. Even the hurt part of it has informed so many other parts of my life. I hope that person who's never been in love finds true, authentic love that will open their world up to new perspectives. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Okay. Amazon 46 Triple D say, even if you are upset at me, I will leave you alone. But I'm coming back around to ask you if you're okay. And if you want to talk about what I did to piss you off. Grown shit. Grown shit. I just want to say, y'all, Coffee with Friends, I love y'all. I absolutely love y'all. All right. Oh, who says stalk the one you love? See, ooh, this why motherfuckers don't want to be in love. They don't want to be fucking stalked. I knew someone that stalked someone, damn it. And I don't know if that was love. I think that was infatuation. They just loved the dick, so they stalked the fuck out of him. It was terrible, y'all. It was terrible. It's terrible. I never stalk nobody. I don't. I don't stalk nobody. I'm gonna say this. I have never stalked anybody, and I pray that I never get to the point where somebody make me fucking crazy and stalk them because I don't want to do that. I'm not a stalker, right? The fuck, okay? But, you know, this was a question that I had to bring to Coffee with Friends because, I didn't expect at my age to have friends or associates in my life that would admit that they've never been in love before. And when they admitted that to me, I thought that was a lot. And I said, okay. And they also said to me, throughout the life of the conversation, we're talking about dating and the things that happens, as a part of dating and people showing up for you in your life and taking care of you in ways that, reflects love. And they said to me, I have never experienced anything of what you are describing. And my heart broke. So we have to keep in mind, right, that everyone has not experienced love. All right. And we have to be gentle as we are out here in the dating scenes. And maybe that should be a question as when we're dating. Have you ever been in love? What was your experience with love? Maybe we should start asking these questions while we're dating. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. But guys, you know how to find me. My link is in my bio. Let me turn some damn music on because let me get some music going. Hey, the link is in my bio. You can find me. Follow me across all my platforms. Again, Facebook, IG, YouTube, TikTok, where I do all my dances, my inspirational little videos. Listen to some of the words. Some of them are very motivational, inspirational. I find them out there in the internet world. All right. And I apply them to my videos. Right. You know, I say this for me, I have been out of my marriage for a year and a month, right? That year went by really fast. But the one thing that I can say is I'm not afraid to be in love, even though I've been in love and I've been hurt. Okay. I'm not afraid to do it again. And I'm glad that I've experienced love and I'm glad that I experienced hurt, right? Because it has shaped me, right? For what I'm looking for in a person going forward, to what these feelings are that I feel I can recognize them because of my past experiences, right? But for those that have never been in love, take some time for yourself to understand what love looks like for yourself, right? How do you give yourself love? What are your love languages? Or if you just have one love language, what is that love language? Right? And like Mimi said on here earlier, love asks to be loved in your love language. Right? I mean, love is different. This experience is going to be different for everybody. All right. So we can't just give one answer. And so that's why I love the fact that you guys gave various perspectives. I appreciate you for jumping on here. Always remember that there's somebody out there that is listening that needs this advice, no matter how small it seems or how crazy it seems, even repetitive at times, because we repeat topics on here, right? We just trying to navigate through this thing we call life. And I'm raw to the bone. And this was Coffee with Friends. And I appreciate y'all. Gone for now, but never forever. All right. Peace. Love up on your brothers and sisters. Give me the hearts on IG, y'all. Give me the thumbs up on YouTube. Never the thumbs down. Follow me across all my platforms. And peace. I'm out. Hey.